What if I told you that there's actually a proven way to get more of your high qualified prospects to show up for your sales call, but not only getting into show up for the call, but making sure that they actually show up primed and ready and pre-sold and excited to work with you and move forward to the next steps, right? I know as a high ticket coach, consultant, or expert, your time is literally your most valuable resource. So how do you make sure that you actually, when you get ready and you prepare for a call, the person on the other side of that meeting invite actually show up excited to hear from you and enroll into your program if it actually fit for what you have to sell. The reason why I'm pulling back the layer and discussing this episode today is because I know how frustrating it can be for a business owner to, just waste time on these calls with and most business owner, when it comes to us and seeking for help, when it comes to growing the income, growing the impact, that's one of the most frequent questions. Like, we've gotten a lot of leads, but none of those leads are showing. They're not opening up our email. They're not getting on our sales call. They're not even answering our SMS. What's happening? Are they just all ghosts? How can we shift the narrative and getting better results from our current marketing effort? That's what we're going to answer on today's episode, right? If the first time you come across my content, I am Joly Tematio. I run Consulting.co. We are one of the leading ads agency when it comes to in the info product space. We work with online coaches, consultants, expert, helping them really supercharge their growth, leveraging proven advertising framework and strategy. We look at the entire customer journey, not just we really go beyond the ads and look at how can we build a system and implement strategy inside our client company that's going to grow as they grow and allow them to really have a repeatable and proven way of, growing their company. And when it comes to growing your company, already like sales is one of the most important things that you have to focus on, that you want to focus on, and getting people to show up for your calls is paramount, right? As a business owner, for your sales team specifically. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you proven ways to dramatically increase your show up rate, but also enroll more deep than ever before, right? So first thing foremost, why do some prospects actually not show up for the scheduled call, right? What happened there? Because they've taken the time, they fill out your application form, they've watched your VSL, they've seem to have committed time to speak with you. And why don't they show up for the call? What's happening there? Because it's paid to first understand why it happens. Now, there are sometimes logistic reason, right? They might forget, something might have happened, and whatever the case may be. But there are also more deeper psychological reasons that might prevent them from getting on the call, right? And that's what I really want you to unpack and help you solve in today's episode, right? Why don't they show up for the call? Now, one of the reasons why people don't show up for the call typically is because they are not really committed and understand the value of getting on the call, right? Maybe in your sales process, you just have, here's what we have, here's what we offer, go here and schedule a call. Someone go and schedule a call without even knowing exactly what they're going to gain from the call. Right? Because what I see often business owners do is that they kind of confuse, confused what's the difference between, what they do and what the person is going to get from what they do. And what they talk about in the marketing is all about, this is what we can do for you, this is what our company does, but it's not about what do our company do to our clients. And unless that value is clear in terms of, okay, this is what you're actually going to get by getting on a sales call with me, you are going to get people to actually default. They're going to get them to drop and not actually get on the call in the first place. So making sure that it's clear in your marketing, in your messaging, in your sales page, in your application form, what they're going to gain from getting on the call is extremely important. Right. The second thing that you also want to have in mind is really understanding how is the nurturing process looks like. How does the nurturing process looks like? Do you have system in place designed to really get these people to show up? Reminding them to show up, reminding them of the value of that your company brings to the table. Because if someone has scheduled a call to speak with you, chances are they have also done it in the past with other company. So maybe they've scheduled a call with maybe 4 different agencies or 4 different coaches just like yours, just to see where they can get the best deal. Which means that as a business owner, your goal is to make sure that you are positioning yourself as one of the kind and really make sure that the value and that your authority is clearly outlined in your emails after they schedule a call, in your SMS reminder, right? And sending them value content. Because again, one of the mistakes which I see business owner makes is that they will have someone schedule a call and just think, they've scheduled a call. That's it. They're going to show up for the call. No, you have to remind them to show up for the call, right? You have to explain to them why they even need to show up for the call in the first place. And you make that happen with emails, right? Emails not just saying, "Hey, here's a reminder to shop for the call," but email really selling them on your value. Email really selling them on your results. What you've been able to achieve for people just like them in, in recent year, in recent month. Because once they see those transformation, it's going to feel like they're missing out on a lot by not getting on the call with you. And that's really the thing that you want them to have when inviting them to schedule a call and speak with you. You want them to feel like, oh my God, if I miss out on this opportunity to speak with these guys, I'm going to be losing a lot. And what we've seen work really well for our client is really positioning the call as a strategy session, as a growth session, as a demo call, right? Making me feel like they are going to learn something from getting on the call. Because if it's like, oh, I'm just going to get on the call to get pitched, no one likes to get pitched. Expect maybe like salesperson, some people like us, marketer, business owner, we might like it, but the average individual don't like sales that are, triggered by sales when they feel like they're going to get pitched and sold something, they feel like they're going to get taken advantage of. So the goal is, how do I make sure that I'm positioning what I do as a value add to my client? Like I positioning as what I do as an audit, a free value session that I'm going to give to them, and make sure that it's clear in your messaging, in your content, and everything in between. Right. So those are 3 things that you can do on the front end to really make sure that when the call is scheduled, the person that actually scheduled the call is actually excited to go ahead and show up for the call. One that we've seen work really well as well on our end is really creating a scoring map. Now, what the scoring map allow you to do is really allow you to see how likely is that for someone to actually show up for your call. For instance, depending on specific question that someone has answered, you can define how likely they are, the likelihood of actually showing up for the call, based on maybe you are going after. We were working a couple of months ago with and you're still working with him with an executive coach that was looking for men. He was looking to get inside his fitness coaching program, and it was an executive coaching program tailored merged with fitness as well, and with nutrition and everything in between, and mindset. And so he was looking to get high quality men inside his program. So these were business owner, founder, what have you, C-suite type of men that had a that had leadership role. He were looking to get them inside his program, and one of the things that we set up inside to really help him score the likelihood of someone showing up for the call and actually be qualified for his offer was looking at how much money they were making, how much revenue they were driving with their current whether that was business or their current employment, but also how soon they were looking to get results. How soon are you looking to get results? How much are you willing to invest in a solution that will allow you to go from point A to point B? By having those 3 questions inside his application form, with other questions as well, it really allow us to see the readiness of the person, and understanding, okay, we had a readiness scale based on this call that each lead had. How likely is it for them to actually show up for the call? Because that again because the one thing that's true is that you are not going to get 100% show up. You're always going to get no show, right? You're always going to get people that don't show up for the call. That's just the nature of the game. That's how the game is played. But the goal for you as a business owner is trying to increase as much as possible your show up rate, and ideally we'd like to see it at 70% or above in terms of show up rate. If you're below 50%, there's something wrong with your sales process. So at least 70 to 80%, that's where we like to stand. And so increasing the show up rate, but also making sure that they are showing, so those that actually show up actually qualified, which means that they have a need for your offer. They will be a great fit for your program, but they also have the financial capacity to actually invest and work with you. Because if they show up and they have a need and they are eager to work with you, but they don't have the means to actually work with you to invest, then it's not really fit, is it? So really, and that's what that phrasing framework allow you to do, really allow you to understand, okay, what's the readiness score of each of these prospects, and are they going to be fit for what we have, for what we have going on here, right? And so that's one that you can also do, and something as well that we, besides, the communication we talk about in number 2, we talk about the emails going out, the SMS reminder, really to stay top of mind. and having the qualified leads, even more qualify themselves and disqualify those that are not a good fit. What you can also do is have a clear cancellation and scheduling policy inside of those messages, inside of those emails. Because when you have those cancellation policy, scheduling, reminder or policy inside your email, it allows your process to quickly see, you know what, I'm not ready to yet to just move forward. I'm going to push it back. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to reschedule it if something came up and I'm not able to make it for my call. Right? That's really key as well. And so optimize as well your thank you page. So after someone schedule a call and they, right after on that page, you can optimize it with a congratulation video that says, hey, thank you for scheduling a call. We have, here's what you need to have in mind for this call. Here's who we'll be speaking with. Here are the next steps. Save it on your calendar. Text us maybe or message and send us via email what's your biggest challenge when it comes to achieving this goal that you have. Even, leave with some social proof, show them other people just like them that have achieved the result. Okay, here's a couple of our case study of people that have gone through the program and that have attended the call and what they were able to achieve working with us. Again, that's going to increase trust. That's going to increase your authority. That's going to increase the belief. I can't speak. It's going to increase the belief in what you do, and it's going to make it more easier for them to actually be like, you know what, actually I want to get on the call and learn from these masters. I want to learn how to improve my game in whatever area you're coaching them on, right? And so that's really important because seeing how people achieve success, build trust, and it makes them feel like, okay, my God, this call is going to be really valuable. It's going to be impactful, and I can't miss out. We've even seen clients at Element Social, like in case you don't show up for your call, you are going to get blacklisted and you're never going to be able to get on a call with us again. It depending on your industry, such messaging can work, but it really has to come across align with your branding, align with your messaging, and also it has to be something that can go well with your prospect, right? If there's something that they can actually take or not. So you are the only one that can decide about those different elements, but really think about those things when you are in the process of actually optimizing your process for getting more call schedule, right? That's really what, and those are really a couple of things that you can have if you really want to turn those leads in and turn those appointment schedule into higher shop rates. And if you are running into problem with your, shop rate, and if you're running problem with your marketing, you are going through, maybe you are getting low quality leads, you are getting inconsistent lead flow, and you're looking for a marketing pattern that's really going to help you get better result with your whole marketing, people to reach out to. We are working with, high ticket coaches, consultant, looking to skyrocket the lead flow and the sales from their paid traffic and their online marketing. So that's what we are serving on a daily basis. We work and we build for them an evergreen client acquisition system that's really designed to help them scale the income, scale the impact, have a proven, predictable way of getting high quality leads, getting more sales, more high quality client, more aligned client for the offer on a consistent and predictable way. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure to schedule a strategy session, a growth call, a growth roadmap call with my team member. We're going to just, learn about your business, see where the loopholes are, where the breakthroughs in your funnel are, or your strategy is at the moment, and really help you optimize those, really create a tailored strategy for your business so you can actually, scale more, more smoothly and have those needs met, right? So click the link in the description of the show note if you want more information regarding how we can work together. And I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you got value from this episode, make sure to share it on social media. Tag me at Joly Tematio on all platforms. I would like to story a little bit and probably share it on my story as well. And why not start a conversation? If you have any questions and you have an idea for next podcast episode, I'm always on the lookout for those. Send me a DM on Instagram as well at Joly Tematio or LinkedIn at Joly Tematio. That's where I'm the most active. And I will see you on the next episode. I hope this video was valuable for you. Take care of yourself, and until then, stay dangerous. Bye bye.